I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a brick ring. This is from a book that I have. It's called Beadwork Creates Beaded Rings, and it's edited by a lady named Jean Campbell, and the actual designer of the ring is Suz, S-U-Z, Garcia. And so I'm going to be making this ring using the following materials. You're going to need 6-pound fire line. I'm using a couple of size 12 beading needles. And I have this handy little ring size measuring because you're doing a bead weaving and you want to use this to gauge what ring size you have or that you want to bead up to. And for materials, I've got a coin pearl, coin-shaped pearl. It's kind of flat, as you can see. And it's got a really small hole, so that's why I'm using a size 12 beading needles. And you're also going to need some Miyuki 8/0 seed beads. I have some 11/0 Miyukis, also in a lavender silverline color. Some triangle beads. I have a few delicas in kind of a lavender color, and then I have a few 15/0 seed beads here. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, and we'll get started. It's a very easy project. You can probably do this in an hour or less. And so let's get our materials together and we'll get started. So here's a quick glimpse of what we're making today. I'll give you a quick peek. So your coin pearl sits in the middle like this, and we're going to be beading around it and then doing the band by doing multiple different bead sizes until you get the size that you want. Now this ended up being a size 9. I'm going to try to make the next one a little bit smaller and it'll look similar to this example. So you'll start by cutting 1 yard of your 6-pound fire line, and you're going to string on your coin pearl. So just pass your needle through, and you want to bring this about halfway down your thread. So that's about halfway right there. So now from here I'm going to pick up 15/0s, and I want to pick up enough 15/0s to cover 1/3 of one side of this. So I'm going to start by picking up 5 of my 15/0s in this light purple here. Going to bring that down. Then I'm going to pick up 2 of my triangle beads. Bring that down. Then I'm going to pick up 5 more of my 15/0s. Now I'm going to bring my needle back through the opposite where my thread started, the opposite side of my coin pearl, right there. Just pull that together. Hold your tail thread so it doesn't get away from you, and just pull this together so that your beads cradle around 1/2 of your coin pearl, like that. So now we're going to go back through all of these beads to reinforce. So just pinch your work together as you're pulling. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to pull your tail thread. You want to try to keep this centered because we're going to be doing one side of the ring at a time. So keep going through the rest of your beads like so. Now we're going to go back up through the pearl. Pull that together. Pull your tail thread to tighten it up and get the slack out, just like that. So now we're going to do the other side of the pearl. So pick up 5 of your 15/0s, 2 of your triangle beads, and 5 more of your 15/0s. You're exiting this side of your coin pearl. We're going to come in through the opposite side. Pull your needle through And you want that to cradle around your coin pearl just like that. So now we're going to go all the way around the beads on this half. So just go back through, reinforce the one side. Continue going through these beads. And now that we've reinforced that side, we're going to go back through the beads on this side. So go through these first 5. And if you have trouble pulling that through, use a pair of flat nose pliers to pull it through if it gets a little snug. Now we're going to go through these 2 triangle beads right here. So we're going to stop right there with our thread exiting the 2 triangle beads. Now we're going to pick up 2 more of our triangle beads. And we're going to do a ladder stitch at this point. So I'm exiting this triangle bead here. I'm going to come back down just like that. Pull my thread, and I'm going to bring my needle back through the 2 triangle beads, just like that. Now we're going to pick up 2 more triangle beads. So we're doing this three sets of our triangle beads to start on this side. We're going to bring our needle back through the opposite side of where our thread is exiting. And then bring your needle back up through the 2 triangle beads. Now we're going to start by picking up our 8-ohs. So the same way we're doing ladder stitch, pick up 2 of your 8-ohs, exiting here, coming in through the opposite side. It's a very easy ring to do. Now we're going to reinforce by coming down through those 2 8-ohs we just added. Pick up 2 more of your 8-ohs, go through the opposite side, then bring your needle back through the last 2 beads you added. That's what you should have so far. Okay, we're going to continue in the same pattern. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more triangle beads, exiting here, going through the opposite side. Bring your needle back through those 2 beads, pull that together, pick up 2 more triangle beads, and repeat. Now I'm going to switch to picking up alternating delicas, and I'm also going to be alternating between the delicas and the 15-ohs. So we're going to start with 3 delicas. I'm exiting the triangle, going through the opposite side. Then bring your needle back through the 3 delicas you just added. That's what you should have so far. So now what I'm going to do is pick up 4 of my 15-ohs, because you want to kind of keep the width of the band consistent. So now I'm going to come through the opposite side of where my delicas are. Bring your needle back through the 15-ohs. Pick up 3 more delicas. Come through the opposite side of where your 15-oh thread is. Pull that through. Then bring your needle back through the delicas. So that's what you have so far. Now to measure the ring size, when you're doing a bead weaving ring like this, it's handy to have one of these ring size checkers. So right now you go from the very edge. We haven't even reached a size 1 yet. So I'm going to try to make it at least a 6 or a 7. So that's my goal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this needle down, and we're going to work on this side of the coin bead. So set your needle down, thread your tail thread with the other half of your thread that's on this side, and advance your thread so that it's coming out of these two triangle beads here at the end, and then I'll take you on to the next step. All right, so here is my thread with the other half of my thread on the second needle, and I'm coming out of those two triangle beads, and as you can guess, we're going to repeat this pattern on this side, and then we'll measure and see where we're at. So I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to start by picking up two of my triangle beads. Let's just get this other needle out of the way. So I'm going to pick up two triangle beads, come in through the opposite side, then bring your needle back through the two beads we just added, pick up two more of your triangle beads, and repeat. Now we're going to pick up two of our 8/0s. Same thing, come down the opposite side, bring your needle back through those two beads, pick up two more 8/0s, and repeat the same steps. Very simple ladder stitch. Now I'm going to pick up two more sets of triangle beads. Same thing, come through the opposite side. Two more triangle beads. Now you could try this particular pattern with other beads if you want to do all seed beads, different colors, you can do that, or the same. This is just an interesting texture with the different shapes. So now that I've got those two on, I'm going to pick up three of my delicas. Now I'm going to pick up four of my 15/0s, because you want to kind of keep the same width of your band. Come in through the opposite side, and then back down the beads you just added. Try to keep your work snug. Pick up three more delicas, come through the opposite side, then back up through the delicas. It's really a pretty ring, very delicate and very soft texture to it. All right, let's measure this and see where we're at. And we're about a 3, 4, so we're going to do a couple of more sets here. I think from here I'm going to pick up, let's see if 3 15/0s. I'm sorry, 3 11/0s. So I'm going to start picking up some 11/0s. So I'm picking up 3 11/0s, coming through my delicas now, and then back through the 3 11/0s I just added. Now I'm going to pick up 2 of my 8/0s, come down this side, then back up the 2 8/0s. Now I'm going to set this needle down and go back to this side and do a mirror image of what we did so that these sides match. So we ended with the delicas, and then I picked up 3 of my 11/0s. So I'm going to bring that through. Bring your needle back through the 11/0s. Okay, then after the 11/0s, I've got 2 of my 8/0s. So let's measure this now and see where we're at. So that's at about a 6. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. That's about what I want. I want to do a smaller ring. And I'm going to now just connect the two bands, the two sides together to complete the band. So let me get this area cleared off and we'll do that last step. So as you can guess, all we have to do is connect the two ends. It doesn't matter which thread you use. What I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to, let's see which one's the longer thread. Probably this one. I'm going to first reinforce by going backwards this direction. So that's what you'll want to do to reinforce the band. So we're going to connect with this other needle here. So with this thread on this side, I'm going to come back through, reinforce by weaving backwards through each little segment here. So just bring your needle back through to reinforce the band, up and down just like this. Now I'm coming through the triangle beads. Just make sure you're not skipping any beads. Now I'm coming through the 8/0s. Just like that. And you can reinforce this to your heart's content. So from here, I'm going to do a half hitch knot. Bring your needle underneath a thread bridge. It doesn't matter which one, whichever one's closest to where your thread is exiting. Bring that through, make a small loop, and then pass your needle through that loop and pull. Now I'm going to come through this side, make a half hitch knot on the other side, just like that, pull. Now I'm going to bring my needle through the last two triangle beads. I'm also going to come through some of these 15/0s. Just like that, and I'm going to cut my thread right here. So now we have one thread left to work with, and we're going to connect our bands just like that. So just bring those together, just like this. Come through the opposite 8/0s on the other side, pull that together, and then bring your needle back through the other two 8/0s, pull, nice and tight. And you want to reinforce this part 3 or 4 times. So I'm going to go back through the 8/0s, pull nice and snug, come back down, just like that, back up. I'm going to do this about 3 times to really give it a nice, secure section there, just like that. Now I'm going to come back this direction. Just weave your thread back and forth, just like that. And you can reinforce this as many times as your needle will go through. Excuse me. That's why we're using a size 12, because it might tend to get a little snug. So coming back through these beads, I'm going to do a half hitch knot right here. Come under a thread bridge, make your small loop, bring your needle through, and then pull nice and tight. Go back through a few more beads, do another half hitch knot, and then you've got the picture. It's very simple. Now, you could make this band a little wider if this was a little too flimsy for you. You can certainly do that. So I'm just going to come through these last triangle beads right here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And we'll admire our work. So there is our beautiful coin pearl bead. Gorgeous, isn't it? And this kind of rotates. If you didn't like one side of what your coin pearl looks like, you could flip it over. Kind of cool. So there it is. Let's double check the size on that. I'll get my ring mandrel and we'll see what this ended up being because I was shooting for a size 6. So let's see where we're at. And it's just a little bit bigger. It ended up being a size 7. So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? And you can certainly do different types of beads if you want. If you don't have any flat coin pearls, you can try doing a round bead here or a square bead. That would be interesting to try. Very beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's so comfortable to wear. I'll tell you, you don't even feel that you have it on. It's just beautiful. All right, this concludes today's tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for joining me today. I'll have links in the description box below with all the products used in today's tutorial. I also have a link to my website if you'd like to check out some of my creations. I do have periodic sales throughout the year, so keep an eye out for that. I want to thank you for all of you who have subscribed and liked and commented on my videos. I really appreciate you returning to visit and watch. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new videos. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Happy beading, and I'll see you next time.